Hey guys, so today, as you can tell by the title of the video, it finally happened. I ended up breaking my fast for the first time in how many months I've been doing this. I know I said in the beginning that if I break the fast, I would stop the podcast for good, but considering we're in a Mercury retrograde, this is kind of like pushing me towards my soul destiny, right? I'm tired of saying our, I'm tired of saying we, I'm tired of being all this collective one being, because we're not, even though we technically are, right? It's just like we gotta keep in mind physical reality, and that's something I was reading about with Carl Jung, and Sigmund Freud's like that idea of staying in reality. And that's why Carl Jung spoke in such a scientific term, because he was very spiritual. His family were in the occult. His mother had two sides to her, which gave him the theory for the two side, the unconscious theory. He said he highlighted significance of being in reality and looking objective reality, should I say. This is all objective reality. You see me, I see you, you are a person, and I am a person. And you can't forget that, because if you get too highly in tune, too highly spiritual, you forget, about natural things, like, for instance, building connections, or because you're always trying to see through somebody. You're always trying to look past somebody and always trying to read people. And it's just like so much pressure to even worry about. Like, why do you even care? These people, if they hurt you, they hurt you. It's part of your destiny. If they don't hurt you and they care about you, and if you can't tell the difference, then that just says a lot about you. If you really can't tell between a friend and foe, are you the friend or foe to yourself? Ask yourself that question. And I've been eating, and I'm just kind of I feel so sick today. I'm taking on some energies currently right now of people, and it's kind of like I'm in their energy field, and it's kind of like I'm on drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. It's I kind of hate that, but at the same time, it's all necessary. Everything is all necessary. That's something I just feel like I need to highlight intuitively for people out there. Everything is necessary, no matter what you're going through, no matter what problems is happening. It is necessary. For a grand scale. Kind of like the world, I was talking today about somebody with climate change, and I know it's like political thing to talk about nowadays instead of an environmental care about people thing. But the idea is that the world has been in a constant flux of, and it gets really cold, and then it gets really hot. So this is not something new that is particularly, for the Earth itself. For example, the Ice Age. As the world gets warmer and warmer, because I also want to mention the fact that, in Jersey right now there's a drought, or there was a drought. It's been raining a couple days now, but for 2 months straight it wasn't raining, and it caused this wildfire in Glassboro, which is out maybe a few couple exits past me, or around there. Yeah, so I'm just kind of this is all natural, right? This is all meant to happen. The world is supposed to go into a natural disaster once again, and then we move on and adapt as creatures. If you observe alligators and stuff, do you think they've observed so many things? They would live through so many ancient weathers and animals and stuff, and they adapted so well to their environments, and they figured out how to completely live within it. And I think that's what is required from us. So I feel like In order for humans to evolve past, it's not Neuralink making us smarter than AI. It's actually finding a way to significantly boost our natural way of adapting. So there is this island that people have actually years of time. They go hunting in the ocean because they live on an island, right? And they're losing their sense of hearing. But their fingers and their feet are growing this webbing attachment across their hands. You need to look it up. And it's all because of tradition and a natural way our bodies adapt to certain climates. We're animals just like any other animal. We could theoretically make a fur coat. We were supposed to. Like, we were supposed to be made out of fur. Like, you would notice if you grew hair out of your chest, or, you know, I got chin hair, for example. Like, all these things, if we kind of like all focused our growth, our natural process of growth, into developing gills, developing water adaptability, we could theoretically be Atlanteans. And I know that sounds stupid as shit, but hear me out. When this world entirely is involved with water, because it's going to completely involve in water, we're going to be prepared. Like, they think AI is going to take over the world. AI is going to fucking get into the water and go bzz, 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 and then completely destroy at the end of the day. You know, the universe finds a way to keep things in balance, regardless of the enemy, regardless of the power it pertains. It will always find balance. Always. And then somebody the other day was like, oh, you know, Carlos is a little weird because, you know, he's doing little sound effects, and like he's a strange one. Like, they don't really know me, you know, but like I heard online, or read online, that that's like a sign of loneliness, actually making random noises and shit. I mean, I could say, I've finally admit to being somewhat lonely, which I have actually in the past, in these past podcasts. And I'm trying to overcome this, and there's no wish I get today, and there's no way of actually, you know, this day is just another day as far as I'm concerned. I didn't change any habits. I just gamed. I ate, because around 2:15 in the morning, I had bought food and ate food, but I completely realized, because I was in a drunken state, and I just had some news shared with me beforehand, and I completely lost track of what I was doing, and I was like, I'm starving, I'm hungry right now, and I got something to eat, and I was like, okay, well, this sucks, because, you know, I like to say I let you guys down, but really, I'm letting myself down. But I don't really feel any of this. I don't really feel any of, like, I let you down. I don't feel any of this stuff, but I know I kind of did. All I can say is, if you're somebody who, like, is working with me as a colleague, anyone who's, like, in this field of astrology, you know, astronumerics, all this stuff, is a colleague. If you're in this and doing this with me in the fasting and stuff, I encourage you to keep doing it, because it's not about the wishes. It's not about being even disciplined, really. It's about being completely balanced. That is what it truly means. And part of being balanced is forgiveness and karma. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand it. You know, some Christians say that, oh, well, Jesus already died for that. You know, you can do whatever you want because the karma is erased, because he died for your sins. Okay, valid point. Objectively speaking, none of the things that we believe in are real. But let's go back into what we're talking about currently. So, it's all about belief. That is what it actually is down to. It's about belief. Just like you believe, I believe. As long as you believe in something, you are, in my book, pretty much done half the battle. As long as you believe. There's people out there who are like agnostic or something, like they don't believe in anything. But if you put them in a position where they're going to have to call upon higher power, you'll start to see in higher power be worshipped, or at least be sang through their mouth. Because at the end of the day, people need something to hold on to, hold on to hope. And it's all a mental thing. And that's why I've been doing this now. I kind of had a level head on this. I feel like this is such a balancing, very humbling experience to actually fail in something that I planned on doing forever. Nobody's perfect, and I wish I could have just done better and paid more attention and actually cared about, what I'm doing. And some people would say that I actually care so much, because last year, I don't know if you recall, but I uploaded every single sign for every single month the entire year, and I said I would completely do that, and I fell off because I needed to focus more on whatever I needed to do now. But at the end of the day, I really want to focus on this. But I've lost the ability to feel excitement. I lost the ability to feel like I'm happy. And it's weird. I got a new car. Everyone's like, you excited? I'm just like, it's just a car. Yeah, beautiful car. But, I'm just like, I lost the ability to even express happiness, Am I sick? Am I really that deeply affected by connections and relationships in my life that have happened to me that I haven't forgotten about, that subconsciously or unconsciously is completely directing my life right now? And that's why I can't feel happy. That's why I can't accept people in my life actually being kind to me. Who knows? But I like to think that I need to grow even more, and this is just the start of a new chapter, new book, should I say. You can follow my progress. If I ever fail again, it's going to, all those pictures, I don't care how ugly I look, it's an embarrassment, right? It's like a wanted sign. You can look at my Instagram, Recalling Life. It's I had posted my first post, and it's me in my car. I'm hungover. I just finished eating something. I'm totally defeated because I didn't realize that as I put it in my mouth, as I swallowed that, oh my God, what am I doing? My hair's a mess. I need a haircut super bad. So I just look absolutely disgusting and slimy. And, people need to see that. People need to see that side of you where you're weak, where you completely defeated and failed. Regardless of not they make fun of you or they're happy or anything. It needs to be shown because I'm human just like the rest of you. And that I failed. I'm not perfect. And I said this, I'm going to keep on saying this, I'm not perfect. And if you've been watching this series, 100% I'm not perfect. It actually affects even my relationships to this day. There's a lot of women where I could have approached them and done something and could have been with them till this day, but I just never felt any desire for anything. And I was talking to my grandmother the other day, and she's like, you don't even care about sleeping in a car. These things like, don't embarrass you. These things don't bother you. That's not normal. I think like I said, I see the bigger picture in things, and sleeping in your car, no, and she's, referring to when I was homeless and, slept in my car for about like a month or two. I mean, I said, whatever, I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm a survivor. And I think that's how my past has affected me to this day. I'm a survivor, living life on edge, always ready for fighting and disagreements and things of that nature. And, it put me in this fight or flight mode where in order to survive, I would have to be intelligent, be smart with what I say, and do what I have to do and manipulate to get what I want. So my mindset is coming from a very survival mindset, but it's a very negative mindset, and I'm trying to overcome these things and prove to the universe that I'm capable of good, and that I do care about my friends, and I do care about my family, and I hope they can do better for themselves, and I hope that I can do better for myself, mostly them. And I guess this is where that thing where my grandmother brings into play, where I just feel nothing, no sense of embarrassment, no sense of guilt, no sense of shame, really, about anything I've ever done, because it's all necessary. And I think that's where the mindset comes in. Is this really a belief that's so deeply ingrained in me that plays into my every part, or is this deeper than that, and I only believe it because it's natural? Is it negative to believe this? I don't know. I like to push the boundaries of my own thinking and really think outside the box to always expanding my mind. I've been reading a lot more and listening to a lot more podcasts and getting deeper into the mystics arts and shit like that, and spells, and like I really want to be a part of this community and really be a staple, should I say. Like, people can come to my channel and feel comfort in knowing that they are getting some substance out of something like this. Excuse me. There is substance here, and that you are loved and that you are cared about, because really, I'm doing this for the people who've always felt outcasted, who've always felt like they never connected with anything, just like I have. If you're one of those people and you haven't felt anything for a long time, I want to say that it makes you strong. It means you're a strong person, and never forget it. Never forget your roots and how you've overcome very challenging situations, and you should be proud of yourself that you were able to overcome these negative things. And I encourage you to take a risk, ask that person out on a date, ask that person to be friends, go for that job interview, go for that, actually go for that schooling, or if you want, do what you have to do, regardless of how you feel. Because if you don't care about how you feel, you won't care if you're even doing it to begin with. Unless you're lying to yourself and saying that because you're stubborn or / bitter or / afraid, which are all emotions, by the way. And they're not something to be frowned upon. They're something to be acknowledged as who you are and to overcome them by any ways necessary. Like, if it means submitting to it and not going, then that's what it is. And if it is going, of course I'm talking objectively again, because like I said, my beliefs are it's all destiny and it's all fate. So basically, by me telling you to do this or that and a third, it's already predestined. You're already going to be like doing exactly what you're going to do. Even if I said it or not, it's going to happen. It needs to happen for you. It has to happen. But yeah, I think this is a very eventful week, eventful year, eventful week. Technically, yeah, this is such an eventful week that I just want to escape. I just want somebody to not talk to me for at least 6 weeks until this year is over. But I know that's not possible. And I have to overcome these situations. So anyways, thank you everyone for understanding. I apologize, and I hope to do better in the future. And this is just the beginning of the second chapter. Thanks for sticking by me, and I'll see you in the next one.